Hi folks, it's me, Nosy, and
000Firestorm back. It's been a new year and all. Me and Nosy here.
first video of us collaborating. Basically, this video, as you can see the title page, I want to make this as quick as possible. This is just my first initial thoughts of the new upcoming series, Code Lyoko Evolution. Just so you guys know, we've made together quite a few videos over the past of its production, and now it is starting to trickle out onto the net. And we've just watched the first episode of the Code Lyoko Evolution, and this is our thoughts of just the first initial thoughts of it. Now, Code Lyoko came out quite a while ago, back in, I think, 2005, was it? Something like that.
It came back.
What are you doing down there?
It's more comfortable like this.
Oh, Christ.
I think Code Lyoko started airing around 2003, 2004, I think.
Yeah, so it came out quite early 2000s. It didn't get cancelled, it did end its run, but I think Cartoon Network cancelled it from airing after the first two seasons, I think. There's 4 seasons in total of the actual cartoon to CG series, but this Code Lyoko Evolution, all the fans know about it. It is basically part live action and part normal CGI Lyoko.
A radical idea, I will grant you, and
they have done a pretty good job with the sets, I'll agree, and the old virtualization to real life to virtual was actually pretty damn clever. The main problem we have is the live action side. Now, I had this problem ever since I heard this was actually greenlit. I had big problems, mainly because all the fans will relate to me saying this. We're all used to it being cartoon and CG of the two, combined.
4 seasons, guys, so come on.
So 4 seasons of that concept. It's going to take a long time for us to get used to this, and we probably might not even get used to this. Now, the characters are growing on me now, though. Even though the first 10-15 minutes I was like, Elite, no, Odd, no.
I've got to admit, I don't like Odd's character. I think it looks too young. Yeah, that's like one of my major concerns. Odd's character looks too young.
Yeah, that is the main problem. Is that the characters haven't been based on the actual show too well. The only character that is really well casted is William.
Yeah, I agree on that.
William looks just like the show. He's the right height, the right build, and he looks right for it. Jeremy does not look right. He looks older than them all, and he's actually meant to be the youngest of the group. He should be not as tall either, and he just doesn't strike me as Jeremy. Odd, he should be taller, and he should have, at least his hair should have a bit of yellow in it, or a bit of purple, should I say. Yumi, she hasn't really, she's alright, but yet she isn't Japanese. She's just, I don't know, she isn't Japanese though.
Alita's character,
it's the actress for me. The actress, I don't think is well suited for Alita. She's very hard faced. No offense to the actress, she's probably pretty. Whatever she's done before this, if she has done anything, it's pretty good attempts. But she's not Alita as we know it. Alita is a very sweet, innocent girl. She cares for her friends. She wouldn't hurt a fly. And in this reincarnation, she's ready for battle. She's ready to fight. She was nothing like that in the original 4 of the seasons. She did get a bit more self-aware in fighting near the end of the 4th season, into the 4th season, but in this new version, she was like, as if Odd wasn't really meant to be there. She could have fought these big, massive tank things herself, which she could easily. But yeah, Jeremy's always worried about her, so he always makes her go of a bodyguard. and the poor twat obviously pays the price just for her to deactivate a goddamn.
One of the things I'll have to say, I think two things here. One, I do like the way the buildings are done. The buildings are being done with a mixture of CG and animation to make them look like the buildings from the actual original series.
The actual factory, the outside is mainly just. It is literally just a picture, CGI picture, resolution from the original series. So it's basically just 3D modelled from the series, and it does work. That is really well done. The inside of the factory is really well done as well. It's very, very, very remnant of the series. Lyoko is cool. I like how they've kind of changed the characters to the perspective of the live-action actors. It works in that respect. Those prospects work well. I like them. It's just the acting side and the whole...
The camera's shaky.
The directory in the first episode wasn't exactly great. But the thing is, what you got to understand is this is the first episode. This is
just the beta run.
This is kind of just the first episode. And it's one of those things that it's either going to get better or worse.
And granted, we both know for a fact there's going to be a brand new Lyoko warrior added to the concept later on.
Yeah. I'm not gonna mention that because I don't want to spoil it. We're just talking what we see in the first episode.
I will say this to all fans: this won't ruin anything for anyone. But I do know the new Lyoko warrior is going to come into it as a character taken from the Lyoko novels. That's all I know.
Yeah, but I know nothing. I've not actually read any of the novels because
we can't get them in English.
No, they haven't been translated into English for some reason. Because, like I said, Moonscoop. The original Moonscoop, and I think the people that helped create it originally went bust. So a lot of their material and the toy line and all that lot didn't exactly hit the mark. And they did produce games and stuff like that for the DS and stuff like that. Nothing really hit the mark. So they went after Code Lyoko stopped airing. They went bust. So this is like the newly Moonscoop has now been brought back. This is Code Lyoko Evolution. Take it as you see it. It's one of those things. It's kind of like a beta test to see if fans will take to it. Fans will not take to it. I'll be very, very open to this concept because I thought, you know what, you never know, it could work. But watching the first episode, all I'm saying is that at the moment it's. The directory, the camera work is very amateur-like. It's something like me going down the road, videotaping Sam crossing a bloody street. It's as bad as that. It's more like a handycam. You feel like it's more handycamly captured.
I think the reason for
professionally captured.
The reason for that, I mean, I'm just going to buy a guess here.
And the acting, but you can't really go on that because they're not exactly really. Actors.
You have to put in the concept.
The kind of fans of the series just been brought into it.
Not actors aside. One of the problems I think is this is the first time they've done anything like this, and you're basing a live-action show off a previously 4-season purely animated / CGI show. So you've had no experience in doing any sort of live-action version. So the way I see it. This season is going to be a hit and miss season, and I can't see it making a return after this season.
I don't know. I mean, you could be surprised because the way the plot is going to happen, and people.
We don't know anything really about the plot. We know basics.
We only know what's been put on the internet, but we're not going to mention anything too much to spoil it for you guys or anybody. But there is meant to be an English translation of this coming out this year.
Well, because English actors have been drafted in for it, but I don't know.
I don't think there will be because they've just released a bloody dubbed over trailer, so I've got a feeling it's just been dubbed over, which has pissed me off even more. And the voice actors that have dubbed it over sound stupid for the characters, so especially Odd. Sounds like he hasn't sounds like he hasn't gone past 14.
Well, I think we can leave it at that because really there's probably going to be a hell of a lot of people making remarks on this episode.
There's been quite a few people doing like preview episode reviews and stuff like that. But yeah, so we're going to end it there. We don't really want to make it too much of a fuss, but all we're just saying is our initial thoughts of the first episode are the live action parts could be better and may get better as it goes along.
The Lyoko side, brilliant.
The Lyoko side, absolutely top notch. and the whole transition from live action to virtual, fantastic. And as we go along, there's going to be new vehicles, there's going to be new enemies, and as well as some sort of evil organisation working alongside XANA, and there's going to be new people that have got to fight outside and in Lyoko. So it's going to be interesting once the story hits them points, which will be for about halfway through, more likely, or the next two in, because this was just the first one where they just restarted XANA, the main supercomputer. They just restarted the computer again, and they've had to go back and they've just discovered that obviously there's a new massive brand spanking new tower that cannot be tracked on Jeremy's computer, and it's kind of hit them quite hard. And
yeah, go on, don't give away everything.
No, it's just the first episode.
I know, people may not see it yet.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to say. But yeah, before I say anything, I'm going to get probably lamped with. He's probably going to probably lamp me if I say anything more. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, people. This is just our little contribution to the whole Code Lyoko fans to the power. So yeah.
God, we're nerdy.
Yeah, we're nerds. Completely. We're never going to get laid for this, right? I don't think. Well, maybe I've got a better chance than you. Anyway, thanks a lot, people. See you later, and we'll be back. I'll be back with the pre-fingered reviews that I've done on the computer at some point. So thank you all. See you later. Bye.
Peace out, guys.